PAIR was formed in 2006 when several students on the Rice University campus learned about the needs of refugees in our community through an academic advisor. They resolved to develop programs with their friends who became fellow volunteers and to recruit additional volunteers to help serve the students. PAIR transformed in 2007 from a student group to a nonprofit organization and began growing its capacity, reaching out to other campuses and other volunteers to develop more programming. Currently, PAIR serves students at 5 different sites across Houston, and we are one of the few organizations who provides long-term services to refugee youth. We focus exclusively on refugee youth and their families and helping them succeed. PAIR operates high-quality programs with intensive family engagement. We work with schools and community groups to empower our students to succeed collectively. Our 3 core programs meet the needs of our students as they arrive in the U.S. and complete high school. Those are adjusting to life in the U.S., building English and social skills, and exploring opportunities for their future, including developing skills for higher education and employment. PAIR's first leverage point is the long-term support we offer our students. This support is unique as it supports students from the time they arrive as middle school students through high school graduation. Our second leverage point is our college volunteers. Our volunteers organize themselves as chapters at local universities. Currently, we have chapters at Rice University and the University of Houston, and volunteers from all local universities in our city participate in programs. This is an excellent vehicle for volunteer recruitment and retention and brings enthusiasm and unique skills to programs that only college volunteers can offer. PAIR programs are effective because of the way that we involve volunteers and families in programming. PAIR staff meets regularly with families throughout the year, and we respond with formal meetings when necessary to address specific issues that our students are going through and our families need to understand. Our family meetings and visits also allow parents to understand the important role of education in their students' lives and to make that a family priority. Our volunteers are involved through taking responsibility for programs and adding their creative input. They meet weekly at program planning meetings and contribute their ideas towards our programs with our staff. We believe that in order to make a difference in our students' lives, we need to be consistent. PAIR prides itself on operating regular programming each fall, spring, and summer semester. We have high attendance and low student-to-volunteer ratios in our programs, and this makes our programs a success. In addition to holding ourselves accountable for regular outputs, we like to see specific outcomes in students. We measure English improvement and school performance improvement, knowledge about life in school in America, and students' educational aspirations as they continue through our programs. We also measure other indicators of long-term success in students like school engagement, self-esteem, and biculturalism. Most people aren't aware of what a refugee actually is or why they're legally allowed to come to our country. Refugees face persecution in their homeland due to race, nationality, religion, or political opinion. Only 1% of the millions of refugees worldwide are ever allowed into a country like the United States to build a better life. In 6 years, PAIR has grown rapidly. We've expanded, tripling the number of refugee youth we serve. In this time, we've been able to see many of our students make key transitions from middle school to high school and on to higher education or employment. Our students represent dozens of different languages, cultures, faiths, and educational backgrounds. It's impossible to generalize about the refugee experience and about our students. PAIR must be highly responsive to the different mix of newcomer youth who arrive each year from around the world. We adjust our programs and our program sites to students as needed because there's truly no one-size-fits-all solution for our students. In recent years, Texas has received the largest number of refugees of any state in the nation. Out of 200 cities, Houston has received the second largest number. PAIR receives requests for more programs from community partners and schools on a regular basis. It's clear that programs and mentors are urgently needed to support every student in need of our assistance. Education beyond high school is now essential to economic security in the U.S. English language learners in general have a much higher risk of dropping out of school. Refugee youth are even more vulnerable. Of all the services available to refugee youth, services for high school age refugee youth are most lacking. PAIR would like to expand and strengthen its programs for high school youth to ensure that all of them are informed about their new opportunities, motivated to graduate high school, and attain the education they need to become self-sufficient, engaged community members.